Um, for me, the most rewarding part of teaching part-time is being surrounded by the openness of children and the frankness of children and a child's view of the world and adults especially. I think I find that enlightening. And I tell this to the children all the time. I say, and they look at me like I'm crazy or slight disbelief, but I say, I learn way more from you than you will learn from me. And I do. I think I learn a lot about myself. When you see yourself reflected in the eyes of children, the pretension just melts away. You can't be that. You can't be a pretentious dickhead because children see straight through that nonsense. And even when they're tiny, they may not have the vocab to express that you're bullshitting, but but they will look at you and go, and you'll know that they're thinking that was bullshit. So that's what teaching does for me. It reminds me of it actually helps me remind me of who I am as a person, my core, what's central to my belief as a human being, really, and how I should be in everyday life. Because I'm having to feed that back into them, it's something that I have to keep learning and keep evaluating. So yeah, and they've just come up with the most amazing ways of looking at life.
And what would you say
Honest.
are the two most pertinent aspects of this, way you look at life? What are the two things you would say are the top things?
I would say the first one is honesty, looking at life, people, and myself with honesty. And the second one is the ability to really see people, not the trappings of who they are or who they want to be, but really seeing to the core of who someone is. Those are the two things I think teaching has given me, and I
And,
think it's a huge privilege.
and is it important as an artist to hold on to the child within you?
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm constantly trying to get back to that. I'm constantly trying to get back to that, um, because I do believe that um, it's when I'm teaching, I don't, because I'm a primary school teacher, I teach everything, but when I'm teaching an art class, the artwork that comes from 6-year-olds is usually way superior than it is coming from older children, because all older children have already started to learn habits of who they think they are, and it's usually about what gets them praise. So they'll go down on a visual path of, oh, I'm going to do this because I know people like it, rather than saying, actually, what is it that I like? What is it that's giving me joy? They're already trying to please this bigger and greater thing, which they inevitably get lost in. But the younger children, they just do it, and they draw from the heart, they create from the heart, and they produce some wonderful things. And so for me, that's also a lesson in when I'm creating something. I want to create something that's honest and is about what I want to feel and what I want to see. So, and that's something I'm constantly trying to have to do, constantly being aware of. So that's another thing I get from teaching, which I really, really do um, hold high. And I don't think, no matter how successful I become as an artist, I would like to still have an aspect of my work that is linked to education in some way.